Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Metatalks, an exciting new initiative by Metagate Summit team where we explore the fascinating world of the metaverse and its implications for our future. I'm Mohammed Bassem, the creative manager at Metagate Summit and your host for this episode. The metaverse is more than just a buzzword. It's becoming a reality with the advancements of technologies such as virtual reality, augmented reality, blockchain, artificial intelligence, and much more, offering new possibilities for entertainment, education, work, commerce, and social interaction. But how do we create and shape this new digital frontier? What are the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead? How can we ensure that the metaverse is inclusive, accessible, safe, and ethical? Well, in each episode of MetaTalks, we'll talk to experts, entrepreneurs, creators who are working on building the future of the metaverse to learn more from their insights, experiences, and visions for this new digital frontier. But before we dive in, let me remind you that Metagate Summit is a 3-day hybrid event that brings together experts from all around the world to discuss the latest trends, challenges, and opportunities in the metaverse. You'll have the chance to learn from keynotes, fireside talks, panels, and the Innovate, Accelerate Startup Competition. Joining us today is Salman Halawi, an entrepreneur, futurist, keynote speaker, and as well as the founder at Metadesignerz. Now, Metadesignerz is a platform connecting brands with trusted Web3 service providers from all around the world with a mission to create one of the world's first Web3 facilitators. Salman Halawi, welcome to MetaTalks.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It is an absolute honor to be on this stage. Events like the Metagate Summit are the reason I chose to go into the path of keynote speaking. Events like this connect business with technology and tech transformation to create a better vision as to what's to come in the upcoming years. Thank you again for having me, and I look forward to this valuable conversation.
Thank you, Salman. It is a real pleasure to have you here on our talk. Now, can you please give our audience a brief introduction about who Salman Halawi is?
All right. As you guys may already know, my name is Salman Halawi. I am an entrepreneur, futurist, keynote speaker, founder of Metadesignerz, as well as a metaverse evangelist with Polybius Uncovering the Metaverse.
Wow. Well, I mean, with your experience in the metaverse, we have much to discuss. And starting off with the growth and interest in the metaverse, there's a lot of speculation about its future. And as an entrepreneur in this space, could you please tell us how you see the metaverse evolving in the upcoming years and what you think about its current state?
I most definitely can. In my opinion, the metaverse is currently in a state of infrastructure. There's a lot of ideas being discussed and a lot of platforms and ecosystems being launched, but it is all solely the beginning. In my opinion, having built on several metaverses now and traveled through others, we are yet to witness a metaverse that is fully Web3, a metaverse that is fully accessible, or even a metaverse that even closely supports interoperability. The state of the metaverse at the moment, in my opinion, is just a bunch of games or platforms that are on Web 2, functioning on a Web 2 structure.
I see.
There is definitely a lot to come in terms of the metaverse. And Actually, just last week, a Delphi study that I was part of was launched by the Copenhagen Institute of Future Technologies. And I believe the 66 experts on the panel were pretty much 50% in consensus that the metaverse is going to be launching or be an actual thing in the next 5 to 10 years, and most probably closer to 2030.
I see. Wow, that's really fascinating. And are there companies out there implementing a sort of digital transformation strategies in the metaverse?
There are so many companies out there actually doing that. And just to name a few, you've got Adidas, Nike, H&M, Coca-Cola, Sotheby's, Gucci, and a lot of others. And if you ask me, I believe every brand out there that wants to exist in the upcoming few years needs to start developing a tech transformation strategy, because the metaverse will soon be to a brand what a website is to them today.
That's correct. Yeah, and I do see it that way as well. The metaverse, it's just the newer internet in a sense. I mean, this shows that these companies recognize the potential of this space and are looking to take advantage of it. It will be really exciting to see how other companies and organizations adapt to this changing landscape. And
Yeah.
in your opinion, what do you think are the most influential technologies powering the metaverse moving forward?
That is actually a wonderful question, Mohammed. Thanks for bringing that up. In my opinion, I believe there are three pivotal technologies out of many that just stand out. With the first of them being immersive technology. You've got blockchain technology, and you've also got AI. Now, starting with immersive technologies such as AR and VR, I believe these technologies specifically will become the layer on which we see and interact with the metaverse on a day-to-day basis. With AR being the best option we currently have, due to it only being 25% virtual and giving the user the freedom to experience the space without the need of a headset. Now, secondly, we're talking about blockchain here, and it will not only be powering the metaverse as an infrastructure, but Web3 as a whole, creating what I like to call the 3Ds: data privacy, data ownership, and decentralization. And moving on to AI, we can't talk about the future of tech transformation without mentioning artificial intelligence, which I predict will at some point be paired with the metaverse, from the building process to the implementation and extending on to the user experience itself.
That's true. I agree with you. And I also completely agree with you on the immersive technologies such as AR and VR, that they will be playing a very crucial role in shaping the metaverse. And out of both, that AR would be the one which is a step ahead and the more accessible option that users will definitely take an advantage of. Yeah, and building on what you were mentioning about AI technology, it's clear to say that AI is one of the most talked about technologies in the past few months. In your opinion, and how do you see this technology revolutionizing the metaverse? And what impact do you think it will have on the industry as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, just a few minutes ago, I was actually on LinkedIn, and there's a report by Generative AI that claims there were 200 AI platforms that were launched just this week. And just a week ago, I was scrolling through LinkedIn. Of course, that's where the Web3 people are. And I saw a Unity plugin that enables the developer to type in anything they want to be added into the environment, and the AI just develops it for them. And that's pretty similar to what Meta is working on with Project Karaoke, which uses voice to 3D model AI.
That really sounds pretty cool. And this technology could have a lot of potential for streamlining the AI development process, making it more accessible to a wider range of development. I mean, AI has been such a huge impact on this couple of years that have passed that it's just amazing to see the process on how things are advancing so rapidly. What other examples of AI technologies can you give us?
My favorite use case actually of AI would be live AI translator. Consider you're currently in Decentraland, right? And you've got someone right in front of you who speaks a completely different language. You could be talking in your language, and AI could be translating what you're saying to them in their own language in real time. Imagine how powerful of a layer of connection we could create worldwide. That basically just breaks the language barrier completely. And I haven't seen anything like that.
I mean, that in itself would be truly revolutionary and would open up a whole new world of communication, collaboration across different cultures and languages. And well, speaking of revolutionary, we must discuss mass adoption of the metaverse. It is clear that the metaverse has a lot of potentials, but how can it be accessible to everyone? What needs to happen for it to reach mass adoption? And when do you think we'll see that happen?
All right, I have said this before and I'll say it again. There's no need to sugarcoat it. There will be no mass adoption without standardization, in my personal opinion. Standardization is a topic that not only ranges from the development side, but also the user experience, the ethical part of the metaverse, and so much more. And speaking specifically from a development side, the way the metaverse currently is each metaverse has its own set of rules and boundaries for you to build on it. They mostly differ from each other in many ways, and that is what is blocking us from reaching interoperability, which eventually is something we need for the masses to adopt because people, and let's face it, they only adopt what makes them comfortable and what is easy for them to use and interact with. So I believe we've got a long way to go, but eventually we're going to get there.
Thank you. Thank you for that. It was insightful. And as we continue to navigate this evolving landscape, events like Metagate Summit play a crucial role in bringing together industry experts, innovators, and enthusiasts to exchange ideas and discuss the latest trends and technologies. With that being said, how important do you think events like Metagate Summit are for the metaverse industry, and what are your expectations for this year's summit?
I believe that the Metagate Summit will be just like the metaverse, out of this world. There are so many events out there that bring together panelists, thought leaders, entrepreneurs, all on a global scale. But what sets Metagate Summit apart from the rest is its real world applications. Those 3 days in Istanbul in September will be, to many, the crash course they always knew they needed, but never knew where to find. It also presents a huge opportunity for both professionals and startups to network, meet with investors, and collaborate with a vast number of potential partners. making Metagate an event no one would want to miss out on. I know it's too early to say this, but to everyone watching right now, I really hope to see you there.
You will hopefully see them. And hearing it from you sounds like the Metagate Summit will be a marvelous event, and I assure you it will be, with a lot of valuable opportunities for professionals and startups in the metaverse industry. Well, this has been fascinating conversation. Thank you so much, Salman Halawi, for sharing your insights with us. But before we wrap, do you have any advice for our audience?
My advice for the audience today is research as much as you can, learn as much as possible. We're in the era of knowledge right now, and everything is moving so fast. And don't be afraid of AI. AI is not going to take over your place, your job, your creativity. People who use and leverage AI are the ones who will. So learn to leverage it early on, become experts in your field, and keep that imagination going. Don't rely too heavily on technology. That's all I have to say.
That is absolutely awesome. And thank you again for being here. It was a pleasure to have you on Meta Talks. And thank you to our audience for tuning in to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you want to learn more about the metaverse and hear from our amazing speakers, don't forget to register for Metagate Summit, the 3-day hybrid summit event that will take place on September 2023 in Istanbul, Turkey. You can find all the details on www.metagatesummit.com. Stay connected on our social media platforms for more episodes and updates on Metagate Summit. Until then, take care and keep creating.